So today all we're going to do is roughly sculpt up some base geometry to kind of fit a texture that I want to apply. So I've found this model, this texture of an old man. I'm just going to apply that to this base model. So what I'm going to do today is just try and use a photo to project on a picture of an old man and kind of make it look okay-ish on a kind of a sculpt. So I'm going to use the male bust here from the content library. And first thing I always like to do is just scale this up again because I don't like it being so small, and I want to make sure that the points are actually scaled directly and not using the actual coordinates transform there. So now it's scaled up to roughly the size of kind of a cube. Subdivide that a few times, and now I want some reference. One more time. I want some reference that I'm going to work off. So what I do is I come over to Pixabay, and all these images are royalty free, so you can come up, you can use them for whatever purpose you want. And I'm using this picture here. So again, that's just Pixabay. Come into Pixabay, type in what you need, and just find a photo. And so I've got that just as a reference image. So if I just drag and drop that into here. So if I didn't drag and drop, didn't work for some reason. So I'll come up to the picture viewer, and I'll just show you the picture that I'm working with. Drag and drop in, and that's the picture I've got there. So I'm going to have that just to the side here, and I'm going to use the sculpting tools just to see if I can get a kind of a profile there that I want that looks similar to that. So I'm going to use the grab tool, and I've got symmetry turned on along the x-axis there. I want to get that kind of in the same profile view there. Make these a little bit. His nose is a bit bigger. Again, I'm only roughly doing this. Let me subdivide this up a few times more, and let me just get some knife and just kind of knife. That's way too much, so I need to have way less push, a bit of pinch, and I need the pressure of that to be very low. And I can kind of, I need to grab that up a bit though first. Pull that down, pull that up. Okay, now I'll switch back to that knife tool, and just kind of cut in slightly around here. Don't need as much pinch. And he's got some lines under here as well, and a little bit down there. The eyes very pulled over, so let me use the grab tool again, and let me make these kind of, see if I can get some deep set eyes. I don't want them to be angry. It's kind of thoughtful. It's getting a bit angry again. Need that to just pull out a bit. I can use the pull brush for this as well. Just very lightly smooth that down. Just getting some depth in there, and some crease in here as well. So let me use the pull brush, and I'll just pull that in a bit. Bit too much. Let me just smooth that out. Undo, undo. Very fine touches to this. Just a little bit over there. There, some sculpt in a little bit over here. Not a lot. He's got lots under the neck there, but I'm just going to ignore that there and bring some bits in here. And I might just see if I can get a few more of these little kind of wrinkles just coming up under the eyes. A few up here. Do need to dig in just a little bit. And that brush needs to be a bit smaller as well. Okay, these aren't going to really be that visible, but it might just help it a little bit. The lips aren't really right here. I need to. But he has got a mustache that's going to fill out some of this area. So let me just fill in this top lip a bit more. Bring that down for his handlebar. A little bit of a handlebar mustache. Fill in some bit up there as well. Pull out that lip a little bit. I'm going to crease in a little bit more of that there as well. Less pinch, a bit more push. I'm not sure about his ears. They probably need to be just pulled down a little bit more, I think. As we'll get older, our ears keep growing a little bit. It's a bit too much. Maybe they were right to begin with. Looks like these bits are a bit higher. I'll just leave the ears as they are, and the rest of it, I think that's okay for what I'm going to be doing. So that will do for now. Let me just save this file. But before I save it, I'm actually going to add the materials first. I'm going to come to material, create a single material, and now I'm going to save the file. Just got file save, and it'll ask you to save the textures. So then you go yes, and you save the textures as well. And so now I'm going to bring this in and start painting with it. So I'm going to bring it in onto the paintbrush. So the paintbrush here. I'm just going to drag that stencil image directly onto this here. And scale it down a bit and try and position it at the same sort of location that the model is. A bit more transparent. So I'm going to rotate that guy around a little bit there. Move him in. So his chin's a lot wider as well. So let me just switch to the grab brush again. Just going to pull out his chin just a bit. And then switch back to the paintbrush again. And this doesn't need to be exact. Holding down the T key and using the mouse buttons to position and move this around. Now I'm only going to be painting one side of this model, so I just need to get this positioned really just for one side. I'm going to use symmetry to bring across the detail. So I might leave that roughly about there. So it's not exact, but I can get the nose in and the eyes in, and then I can come down and do some of the rest. Even be able to get some of the mo on. So if I have that roughly about there, I think I can do better than that. I can rotate this around a bit more. Bring it in. No, it definitely is rotated too much now. Bring that back. See if I can position this underneath the model. I want the eyebrows to be in the right spot. So on his corner of his nose here, I want them to be actually higher. So let me bring, what did I do there? Just deleted the whole thing. Alright. And let's go back to that paintbrush. And I'm just going to leave that as it is there, and I'll move things around. So I'm just going to start painting now. So I've got my paintbrush. I'm going to bring up the pressure right up, and I'm just going to bring in all this detail in here and bring in the eyes on top of the head. I'll just bring that all in. Bring everything in. So I'm symmetrically painting here, so I'm painting on both sides. And bring that brush down just so I can get these symmetrical bits looking right. So I've got the side of the face there. His beard's going down to his... Let's just bring the whole thing on and see where we're at. So, a bit of t-shirt down there. I'll bring that back in again. So the nose needs to be, the lips need to be brought down more. So I've got that on there. So what I'll do is I'll just shift this down a bit, get the lips kind of lined up if I can. And again, go to the stencil. The lips are there. His lips are about there. See if I can bring in the lips. Just bring them in there. I want his chin to really be the chin of this. And they can come up to the side as well. Okay, let me just press Q to hide that. So those lips, it's okay. What I might do is just try and add some detail in with the knife tool. Actually, that might be just okay as it is there. Just to show something very quickly, how you can get something in just for you know, something quick. So that's the face there. And let me just bring up Octane and see what that looks like. So I've got Octane up here, and I create an HDR sky, put on TextCon tag, drag that onto the TextCon tag, and now from the content view, I can change the HDR images that I want to use. But it looks like the texture's not coming through there, so something's not coming through. So let me just go File, Save all those textures, and I'll close down Octane and the view, and let me come into, if I just delete that and then put it back on again, just to see if Octane will refresh it. So I'm going to go fire up Octane again. And now I want to drag and drop that material on just to see if it refreshes it. Here it's come through now. Okay, so we've got it in there, and obviously the lips aren't great there, but that's enough for today, I think, for this. So let me just position it around. What I might do is I might just give a bit of detail to the hair. So to do that, I'm just going to switch again to the pull tool, and not a lot of detail there. I just want to put on a little bit of something on the top just to kind of pull this out a bit. So I'm just going to grab the pull tool, need down the attributes, and I will get that pressure right down, and I'll just see if I can build out just you know, just a little bit of something for the hair. Just some strokes there, just to it's not a full volume here, obviously, but just a bit of something. And I'll pull back up the Octane Live Viewer. This seems to happen to me a bit. If I shrink the Octane Live Viewer, I can't seem to get it back. And I really don't know why. I just discovered why. It goes off to my second screen and I haven't been seeing it. So let me just close that and let me bring back. There we go. So that detail to the hair made it a bit of a mess, really. So, I might just undo that detail to the hair and we'll just leave it exactly as it was before. So let me just click undo here. And we'll leave that man and his hair alone. Okay, let's reload that up again. Still some more. Okay, now he's looking okay. And let's find a better environment for him. She didn't mind that first one. It wasn't too bad. It kind of gave it a warm feeling. So that's probably was the best one. So that will be it for today. I'll just leave that as it is there. All right. Thanks.